Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Khalik. My dear friends, this is the age of information and information technology. There is a bombardment of informations from the satellite channels, from the Google, from other familiar sources. We, the humans, need very, very little out of all that, but still, informations are important. Then comes the knowledge, the next stage of learning and knowing, that is called knowledge. Although some of the people call it something familiar, but still it is, divided into information first, knowledge then. Knowledge is more solid, more important, takes more effort. Still, the next stage of it, that is called wisdom. Wisdom is very, very, very important. And if at all it is a bit, difficult to understand what is the difference between the knowledge and the wisdom. Some of the people, they have got higher education and higher degrees, but they are having very little or no wisdom at all. Contrary to that, go to the villages and talk to the uneducated people and who never use the sources of information technology like the smartphone. Listen to them and you will come to know that this person does contain the wisdom. Although they were not attending the educational institutions, they are not receiving the overload and the bombardment of informations, but they too have the wisdom. So today we are going to talk about the wisdom and the sources of wisdom. We will talk about the 10 sources of wisdom. First of all, it is first of all it is open-mindedness. If at all our mind is a very closed one and a very fixed one, that I dislike that, I like that, I love that, it is a fixed and it is not going to change. No matter how good the arguments we people are, somebody is presenting, and there is no impact and no effect upon the person who is having the closed mind, I think that the wisdom can never ever enter into the mind of that particular person. So first of all, we need to have an open mind. That okay, I'm ready for the new facts. I'm ready to change my opinion anytime and every time. I will take. It will take a carefulness to form an opinion. But if at all contradictory information does arrive, I will be very happy and ready to change my opinion. That is open-mindedness. The other is empathy. The second is empathy, feeling the pain of another person, putting ourselves into the shoes of another person, and thinking while, imagining that I'm in the same sort of situation where this person is, what I should have been thinking, feeling, and doing. So, dear friends, empathy is very, very important source of wisdom. The third source of wisdom is self reflection. We can learn a lot by reviewing our thoughts, our attitudes, our actions, our sayings, our response to the different type of scenarios. Reflection, self reflection, that is one of the biggest sources of learning. That is a source of wisdom as well. Number 4, a balanced approach. A balanced approach. Don't be an extremist at all. Don't be an extremist at all. Don't be a pessimist at all. And don't be that much optimistic about somebody. Don't expect much from other people. Be practical. and adopt a balanced approach. Very, very important sources of wisdom. Then it is fifth is managing uncertainty. The life is not very certain. The life itself is not very certain. Not to talk about the other things which are going to happen and take place in my life, in your life. Life itself is very much uncertain. If this be the case, why not to learn? Why not to learn to manage the uncertainty? Why not to be ready for the uncertainty? That is also a source of wisdom. Wisdom in aging. Yes, wisdom in aging. Because aging experiences, exposure matters a lot. So aging can bring the wisdom, but for those who are open-minded, for those who are open-minded, for those who are positive. Wisdom in aging. Number seven is wisdom develops through mastery of crisis. Don't be afraid of the crisis. If there is a crisis in the life of your own or someone else, so I think that we need to exude patience, forbearance, steadfastness. So wisdom in the managing of crisis. Crisis does teaches a lot, can teach a lot, not to everyone else. For those who are eager learners. So wisdom in the mastery of crisis. Wisdom develops through mastery of crisis. Number eight, seeing the bigger picture. Very, very, very important source of wisdom, or maybe the most important source of wisdom. Why? Go to the jails and you will come to know that the people are there who have committed crime because as a reaction of something very small. Later on, they think that I shouldn't have reacted at all. I shouldn't have done this thing at all. People do commit the crime. People do take the extreme measures because they were not looking upon the bigger picture. Those people who are focused upon the bigger picture, let's focus upon the bigger picture. They don't react that violently and that much emotionally over many of the things. And it is there is another example. Maybe we are sad in one period of our life, and after the passage of some time we do feel that there was no reason at all to feel that much sad. I shouldn't have felt it like that. I should have taken it very lightly, and I should have rather ignored it. So why? Because later on we are able to see the bigger picture, because that stage of the life is gone. So I think that this is, without any sort of exaggeration, I believe that this is the one of the biggest sources of wisdom, and that is focusing upon the bigger picture. Ninth is the purpose. The purpose in life. We must all have. We all must have a purpose in life. Those who don't have a purpose in life, a great and good purpose in life, they are actually directionless people, and they are seen, just reacting upon this thing, upon that thing, and no, not being proactive at all. So it is a purpose in life which makes us proactive in the life. So I think that we must have a purpose, rather a great purpose in the life. And now this last and the 10th is emotion regulation. Emotion regulation, what is this, by the way? Today, nowadays, I mean, though it is the day age of information technology, but now what have been discovered, that to be a happy person, to be able to lead a happy life, we must have the emotional intelligence. The more intelligent we are in emotionally, I think the better life our better will be our life. So it is extremely important to be emotionally intelligent. We should learn how to manage our emotions. We should learn to know what are the negative emotions, what are the positive emotions, what type of emotions I'm usually seen experiencing, what emotion at the moment I'm feeling. If it is bad one, so why not to contain it, and how to contain it. So all of these related items are called the emotional intelligence. I think that we should consciously learn it a lot. Some of the people, they are by birth they are emotionally intelligent, while another people, they do have to learn it, they do have to work hard upon it. I think that we should learn this emotional intelligence. That is something extremely important for a happy, for a good life. So these are the 10 sources of income. I think that each one of us should look upon that. Each one of us should internalize that. These are these 10 sources of the wisdom extremely important indeed. Thank you very much, Jazakallah.